Hello, VOD. Hello, ladies and germs and everything in between. We have a lot of people today, right up front. Hello, Spilled. Hello, Shuzi the Floof with the first time chat. Hello, Delay. Hello, Mini Sellers with the first time chat. Hello, Mighty Stone. Crowbot with the first time chat. Sarid. Flexo with the first time chat. Brianna. Hello, Brianna. Cheers. Jack with the first time chat. Holy moly. Necker with the Moin, hello. Gulepipon, hello. Calum MC. Hey Flurbin, how's it going? Sarid, Blade Guru. I hope I'm not missing anyone else. Gabi is here. Roche, hello. Mario MX Rider with the first time chat. God damn. Everyone, oh my god. And then also Soda Pop with the prime sub. Thank you so much, my friend. I appreciate that. That was a lot. You guys are showing up and showing off today. Oh, I'm excited for today. Today is a good day, as Ice Cube once said, or I guess is currently saying. Let's go sleep off the night, and then I'll show you guys the spoils of our war yesterday with the XP crafter. I did a little bit of moving around of stuff. I'm preparing for MV, which we're actually decently close to. So I have setups for stuff that we'll talk about at some point. And I moved the smeltery over here because I wanted to get everything formalized and pretty and stuff like that. So I just do that in my free time sometimes. Spilled with the first fusion reactor. Let's go. All right, chat. So yesterday we set up our lovely XP crafting. Actually, I'm going to do that again because I just did the camera movement. I got to get better at that. So yesterday we set up a fully passive XP auto crafter in LV, and boy, I'm going to show you guys what we got from it because it's a little insane. 4K, 8K around copper, 4K redstone, 3.6K nickel, 3.2K iron, 2.2K sulfur, a whole 4,000 tin dust, and the whole system is on a backlog of essence berries at this point. We're going extra. So this system, I might do this in a normal world from now on because god damn, that is so easy to set up. And I did make a little bit of a change. So if you followed along and built this, I had a kind of epiphany on how to stop the XP orbs from piling up on top of the grate. And what I did on my free time is I went and did some quests without you. I'm so sorry. I got a basic fluid extractor so we could make a fluid detector cover. And what I have this doing is every time this ultra low voltage fluid tank is above 30,000 XP, I shut off this torch clock. So basically, it only tops off the XP when we absolutely need it to, and then when we don't, it doesn't create excess XP orbs. So unfortunately, to make that the fluid detector cover, we do need molten tin. And yeah, there's not much I could do about that. So I did have to craft one more block without you guys, but it is now fully pretty much fully independent. I just need to get bigger storage. And yeah, so we are so rich. And with those resources today, I want to go back and improve our steam line. I want to both generate more steam. I want to hold it in a container so that way we have a buffer of it. And then I want to make some steam multi-blocks, starting with the steam hearth. Let me pull that up. Where is that? And the steam multi-block that I want to start with today is the steam hearth. This is a new multi-block in 2.9. It is a furnace, blaster, and smoker. It has 8 parallels. It goes 1.25 times as fast. I don't know what the baseline is. It uses less steam, and it can even go into blasting and smoking modes, which doubles the speed and steam usage of a specific type, like metals or food items. So this thing is going to be a godsend, and it will allow me to convert all this copper and tin and iron into ingots really quickly. So I definitely want to set this up first. But yeah, let's craft everything out and then get going. Hello, Gecko with the Prime sub. Hello. How are you doing? I'm trying to keep up with chat. Did you get the crop manager to work? I did. The crop manager is ballin'. It's been ballin'. I'm gonna actually, while we do this, I'm gonna bring back some of these resources as we come back and forth. I think the most important one right now is redstone and then copper next. Yeah, I haven't missed a stream this time. Hello, Killer Doggy. And then Killer Doggy with the 21-month tier 1 sub. Holy, I think Killer Doggy's got the record here. Does anyone have more than 21 months? Jeez. All right, let's pop that in there. All right, let's get started. So, the steam upgrade that I want to do first is to make a couple of these high pressure boiler tanks. That requires an MV assembler, or we can do it this way. So let's do it the lame way with 42 steel casings, 14 steel screws. We can add the steel screw recipe to the list here. One sec, I'm fumbling as... Okay, there we go, fumbling. Let's get that, let's get that. I'm fucking with this song heavy. Okay, we're out of steel plates. It's par for the course. Hello, Jesse Rose. How's it going? Day one, baby. That's my boy. Yeah, I remember way back in the day, it was just you and me, Killer Dog. Yeah, you and me and Leaf. That was a time. I do need this recipe to turn this into rods. There we go. And then I put these little bad boys in the lathe, and then I'm good to go. The lathe that I totally have, that it totally exists. Hello, Small Tangerine. How's it going? By the way, I'm a freelance artist. I haven't had one of these in a while, chat. Remember that? That was back in the day. It's been a while. It's totally been a while. I mean, if this is a real person who's not a bot, like shoot your shot, but I'm pretty sure this is a bot, so it, you know, it is what it is. All right, we have some high pressure boiler tanks done. We also need to get some of these solid fueled boiler firebox, and the only thing we're missing right now is a file, or enough files, and a furnace. So let's craft a couple furni. What is this song? I know this from like Pitch Perfect or something. It's a Lauryn Hill doo-wop. This is so blessed. We're missing a file. So let me go make a file. I'm gonna make it out of steel because we're rich. I do need some sticks here. I want to catch up with chat also because chat has been chatting and I just want to... Is it better than a Railcraft steam oven? It 100% will be. Railcraft steam oven used to be the meta. It's a 4x4 multi-block that's made... It's very cheap, honestly. But I think they actually deprecated it entirely because I don't see a recipe for it anymore. And I think replacing it fully is the steam hearth, so... All right, what am I missing here? Blast furni, 1, 2, 3. 2 solid fueled fireboxes. What am I missing? 1 more of these bronze casings. Okay, 2 bronze plates. We'll probably need more bronze plates where that comes from. So I'm just gonna craft out a bunch. Apparently I never had that quest. Interesting. Depreciated would mean it lost its value. Yeah. Damn. Here we go again. All right, there's our 3 solid fueled boiler fireboxes. I think if I upgrade this right now, I might stop the steam flow. I want to craft out everything we need for today before we get started on assembling it, and I think that'll help my editing a lot. So we'll be going a little bit slow, but it'll catch up in a bit. So what I'm gonna do, the goal is I'm going to get a upgraded RC firebox. We're gonna get tier 2 right here, and we're gonna move that up here, and then get a railcraft tank, which can hold 576 buckets of steam in a buffer. And I'm gonna put that where the solid fueled boiler firebox is currently. Then we're gonna redo our steam line and put the hearth here, and then redo our LV line officially. So it's a lot of moving parts today. I want to craft everything else first, and then we'll go. In order to do this iron tank thing, oh yeah, also, there's probably a question, why am I doing all this steam stuff, the steam tiered stuff, in LV? And the answer is really simple. Now that we have the processing machines to efficiently use our resources, and we just got XP Crafting online and we have a ton of resources, this is a really opportune time to kind of go back and explore some of the quality of life options that we could have had. We could have grinded that out in Steam, but it would have been a lot less efficient and a lot harder for me to do it at that time. So I like to delay sometimes like the order of things in order to make my life easier overall. And I think I suggest that you guys do the same if you're interested in making the pack feel as easy as possible. Some people like the completionist aspect, and I'm not exactly, I don't have anything against that per se, but I do have a different perception of how I want to use my time than that. Let's see if there's anything I need to do. I think I just chuck in a bunch of iron plates on circuit 20 and I can make all of those walls. And then we need 2 glass panes, which I can definitely make. And then let's chuck those in right now. Get that going. Isn't the whole of setup GTNH 2 steps forward, 1 step back? That's like kind of a good way to put it, actually. Normally that's like a negative thing in my mind. You know, saying like 1 step forward, 2 steps back, or 2 steps forward, 1 step back. Well, yeah, I guess that's right. Will you play Star Technology? Maybe. Possibly. It's not on the list currently of things that I'm like super like interested in doing, but it's possible that that could happen at some day. All right, we also need some iron bars, which we should have some just sitting around. Nice. We can just assemble all of that for the tank. Now, the next part is, I don't know if I want to restructure everything. Maybe I should restructure everything first and then get the steam hearth afterward. Yeah, that just seems to make much more sense, right? And then, yeah, I'll just re-put all the processing machines down. I do need to make sure I have some large steel fluid pipes for steam movement. So let's get a couple more of those going. Hello, Andreas. Cheers, my friend. Yo, Nine, just saying I love the vending machine music. I was just listening to it and it was like, damn, I wonder who made this. And I saw you made it. I was like, damn, my boy had an impact on this mod pack. Yeah, let me actually, if you guys are interested, I just released the official Greg Tech New Horizons Volume 1.5 soundtrack, aka that is the vending machine soundtrack if you want to hear that. Every time you open up your vending machine, you get a lovely new soundtrack by me. Let me pause this real quick. And I just made the official video for it. So if you want to find it outside of GTNH, go for it right there. I just popped a link down in chat. Is there anything I'm missing? Nope, just tin cables still. I might need some cast iron. Uh-oh. Let's disable that for now. I think we're running out of steam probably because this operates at 30 EU per tick, and this isn't making enough steam to support 30 EU per tick. If I If I add on to the solid fueled boiler firebox right now, will it break it? That's my question. We might need to just do this piece by piece, just slowly, like get the steam buffer going and then redo it. There's vending machines now. Hello, Cold Calzone. Yeah, there is. Instead of the coins part of the quest book, there is now a vending machine for all your coins. Love the music. Do you really need another YouTube channel for that? Yeah, because that's my original YouTube channel. I used to just make music, and then I started streaming. So that is like my OG YouTube channel that has all my music on it that I've been making for since the dawn of time. So yeah, that stuff is there for it to stay. Oh, we're replaying this. One sec. Let's get some looms. Let's reset all this. I don't remember how these tanks work. I don't know if I'll have enough space to get the steam out of the tank, actually, now that I'm thinking about this. Because the roof is kind of low, right? And the iron tank has to be 3x4x3, and I can't really put it on its side. Can I do like 1, 2, then put the tank right there? And then up and then down. Where does it output? Where does it output steam in the railcraft tanks? I totally forgot. Is it at the bottom? There's a quest for this that I'm not remembering. Where are you? I'm so sorry. Is it in multi-block goals? No way. The smallest tanks are 3x4x3, while the biggest are 9x8x9. The fluid will auto-output with any pumps if you place the valve on its bottom side at the center. Okay. Okay, wait, but I don't necessarily need to pump it in through the top, right? So I could just like pump it in through the side and it would be okay, right? Bottom inside edge. Okay, okay. Perfect. Thanks, guys. I appreciate you. So let's set this up. I'll need to redo the wood piping here eventually. But let's just put this, let's just get this going here. Oh, actually, wait, I should hold off so I can edit this all together in one go. Sorry, chat. You're just gonna have to wait with me. We can talk about the weather. I don't know. I could also do some inefficient crafting of this specific craft. Because this is taking 30 EU per tick, and that's more steam than we can possibly make. So we'll be going negative for a while. Yeah, I think we just have to handcraft this. I'll do the gauges and shit. We have plenty of iron. So let's do, this is the glass iron tank gauges. Those will come through, and then circuit 22 for the iron tank valves. Hopefully our steam can maintain. In Singularity, is that the Stranger Things intro? No, it's similar. It's similar, but no, I just made that myself. I think I had that as an inspo though, for sure. Okay, that's not too bad. It's just 60 screws, which we can do in the lathe. Oh, the lathe. Thin fucking ice, the lathe. All right, there's that. We got 50 plates. Let's get our 60. Well, actually, how many do we already have? That's gonna power fail if I keep doing that, actually. I cannot be doing that. 40 seconds, jeez. No silver from villages. I can do silver. Um, at this point, because I can XP craft it, but it's not something I'm looking forward to doing. Once I upgrade this, we will have 8 times as much steam, and I won't need to worry about this stuff. But for now, we're just gonna need to struggle through this. And struggle we are. God damn. Oh, we have a hunger break. Just realized how your vending machine song reminds me of Costa del Sol from Final Fantasy. I can read Roman numerals 7. Both are classic bosses, but still. I love Brazilian music. I've been to Brazil before. I was in a choir that toured Brazil in my senior year of college, and I arranged Baiana by the Barbatuques for my choir, even with the rap parts. And Baiana, if you're like a Brazilian person, is like it's like the second national anthem is what we how they refer to it, I guess. So that's a fun one. Those don't go there. What am I doing? Almost there, chat. 21 out of 30. Trust. Trust. We're getting there. We're getting there. All right, there's that. I'm going to put 2 more of these back in because we only can do 2 at a time with the other recipe. That'll give us 22, and we need to make 8 more. This is a cool sample. This is the guy who's saying just the 2 of us. What is his name? Did I just use cast iron plates? Why the fu- Ordict. This is Tupac Do for Love. Oh yeah. I love the OG, like the original. What do you do for love? There we go. Multi-block tanks, railcraft tanks. We're finally able to reset this up. I have all the pieces and parts that we need. Let me empty my inventory really quickly, and then let's get cracking on this. Let's also get a couple more wood pipes just in case. I know I need to like redo my piping just a little bit. There we go. Hello, Grayson. How's it going? All right. Aw, shit. Here we go again. This is like the second, third, or fourth time that I have disassembled this entire thing. Let's re-shutter these in the correct orientation. It's gonna go that way and that way. There we go. Perfect. Perfect, perfect, perfect. And then we can set this right up. We've got our 4 solid fueled boiler fireboxes right here. And then on top of that, we'll put all of our high pressure boiler tanks. And this should make a multi-block right here. This is our multi-block steam boiler. We need this to fill up with water before we do anything. If we add water to a heated boiler, that will cause an explosion. So never, ever, ever do that if you can help it. I do think I did the calculations, I did the calcs, and this amount of water tanks should be fine. We're getting 10 liters per second in each, which is 40 liters per second total. 40 times 160 equals 6,400. Each of those fireboxes, here, one sec, where is that? 800 liters of steam per second. So 800 times 8 is 6,400. So this is exactly the amount of water we need to power one of these indefinitely. And this will give us 6,400 liters of steam per second, which is perfect. Fantastic. A basic steam turbine takes 1,552, which means that we can power 4 of those at a time, which is exactly how many we need to power an electric blast furnace. So that's exactly what I'm looking for. We just need to set this up. All right, these have a heat up time. So I'm just gonna start putting this down. Okay, that's that. Let's get rid of this. I think that's fine. Yeah. Let's set up our railcraft tank, which needs to have one valve on the bottom to move steam out of it. And I guess we'll just grab this youch. Grab this the steel pipe here and get this going. I'm going to actually, let's do this. Let's put the gauge on this side. It's a little bit of a tight fit, but it works. And then actually I'm going to put the other valve on this side as well. That should form. And now we have 576,000 buckets of storage for our steam. Basically, this is going to allow us to buffer excess and do crafts that, I don't have to flick on the whole system every time I want to do like 1 or 2 crafts, which is nice. 9, is this running on a server or just local? Currently, I'm running on a server. This is hosted by HypeServe, which is those are my boys. We're in a little bit of a partnership, so if you ever wanted a server from them, you can get a server with the code SOLIX, SOLIX, and get 10% off perpetually, actually. So I would recommend. They have really banging servers. I really do love working with them. I think that's that. It's going to take a long time to heat up and get our steam going, but let's start setting up everything again. We need to have a place for the steam hearth. I think I'm going to put that like right here. Oh, I don't have my wire cutters on me. What was I doing? Dude, I've been hearing... Okay, I'm gonna level with you guys. I was on a date the other day. It went fantastic. And we were listening to something. And then it was auto playing like Lauryn Hill and like all this new music that I should be hip to, but I haven't heard yet. I was like, this has been like a new music renaissance for me. I gotta figure out what this song is. This is They Reminisce Over You by Pete Rock and CL Smooth. And what the hell am I doing? Do I remember? Did I forgore? My brain is totally fried. I have no clue. Oh yeah. I was getting these oak wood planks to mark out the steam hearth. Yep. Thank you. I guess we can set up some steam, like basic steam machines here. Or maybe we just we move this up a little bit. Yeah, wait, this is fine, because then I do this, and then I can fit in... We don't need the macerator, because I have the basic one. Oh my god, sorry. We need the compressor. Oh, actually, we do need the macerator. Let's do macerator. That's very close. I'm not exactly sure how I want to set this up now. I'm kind of tweaking out. I guess we can just do this, which is less efficient, but totally fine. Macerator, forge hammer. Compressor, and we have space for one more. And then we'll get hoppers going out into chests. Okay. Perfect. That's a lot cleaner than what I had before. That's definitely looking a ton better. That'll help. Let's go get the LV set up right next to it, and I think we'll be good. So let's do that, and then I'll put our basic steam turbine here. Or maybe I just put it like right on that block there. And then I kind of want like a battery buffer situation soon. But I'm thinking about it, and it's gonna be very hard to get batteries. I think I need to make an electrolyzer and then get salt and then electrolyze that for sodium. And not only that, we need to get battery alloy, which we need to make out of lead. And lead is actually very hard for us to source right now. I'm interested in seeing if maybe perhaps we can go exploring today to get some lead for a new battery buffer, because that would be pretty ballin', actually. We have 3 lead ingots and we have 2 antimony from like raiding villages and stuff. So what we would need to do is find, I think, like 5 more lead ingots. So we might go gambling today. Mike is facing the right way this time. Let's go. You can actually place all the steam lines in one line without spacing them out in a pattern. So the issue with that is that they need to vent steam. So they need to have an open face. If you were to place them all in a line, this one right here wouldn't have a place to vent steam. So that is the issue. But for now, I'm going to make a couple of thick tin cables that we're going to use in our new line. I'm going to aim for... How big of a battery buffer should I make, chat? I want to say a 4x4. Or like a 4 battery buffer. I think that should be fine with what we have here. This gives us 5 small battery hulls. I think let's do a 4 battery buffer. I mean, I could just make this as big as I need to. Yeah, I mean, that's pretty cheap. And then just fill it with as many batteries as I need, right? It's really not that deep. The issue with this is I don't want to break any cables or like mislead anyone, because if they make a 16 times battery buffer, fill it with 16 times batteries, and they don't have 16 times tin cable, they're going to cause a fire, right? So I feel like 4 is just the most sane thing for most people who are following along to go with. So let's say I'm going to make a 4 times low voltage battery buffer. We'll fill it with 4 batteries. I also want to make some 4 times tin cable, which we're going to use in order to transport this electricity. I think we could do that just with this recipe here. Rotate them by 90 degrees. Oh, smart. Yeah. That could totally work if the faces are facing the side. Graduating high school soon. Do I return to GTNH over the summer? Yeah, I mean, this is going to be... You're probably going to have to grind soon, you know, with college and all that, so... SDHS with the first time chat. I wonder what the size of the Venn diagram intersection of people following along with GTNH Flat World and people who don't know how voltage work in GT. While that is true, I can only help people by explaining things again, right? I think making GTNH accessible is what brings it to the forefront. I think a lot of videos of GTNH expect you to know what's going on, and that turns off a lot of new people from giving it a try or like looking into it. And I think that's a shame, right? I think that we should encourage people to give it a try and like not feel intimidated by the systems. That is a good point though. Let's see, what other machines do we have? I'm gonna... Oh, we also need rubber plates. Or rubber... plates. Rubber sheets. Or you predict... Let's see how much this uses. 24, yeah, we should be good. There's that. And let's get our chest. All right, this is going to be our low voltage battery buffer. We don't have the batteries. We're going to get to that in a bit. But this technically should allow us to hold batteries and hold extra amperage with one generator. So currently this steam turbine can only produce 1 amp per tick. If we add this battery buffer here, it can't produce any more. But if we were to, you know, say want to run 2 machines at the same time on that 1 amp turbine, we have, you know, like I would say, you know, 50 seconds of time to do so with 4 batteries. This basically just gives us a little bit of wiggle room to work with when we eventually need to use multiple machines at a time. I'll eventually make more turbines. I'm just lazy as hell. I want to do this. Maybe I'll do... Oh my god, I recognize this song because I... Wait. I'm shooting for a heart, got my finger on the trigger. That is sampled by Ginseng in a song. What is that song? Why do I know this? Oh my god. Wow. Chat, do you know what I'm talking about? Shooting for a heart, got my finger on the trigger. Oh my god. I guess we're just gonna go through the Ginseng discog until I find it out. For now, while we don't have any batteries, I'm just gonna do this real quick. We'll replace that bottom cable with a battery buffer eventually. And then what I'm gonna do is let's get our processing machines stacked on here. We definitely want our wire mill. We definitely want our... Actually, that doesn't need to be close to the source here. What we do need to have close is the assembling machine. That is normally running at 30 EU per tick, so we don't want to experience losses. I will put next to that the fluid extractor, because oftentimes there are assembler recipes that need fluids in them. So let's put that, and we can face the output directly into the assembler and set it to fluid auto output. Perfect. I'll put the bender and wire mill here as well. And then let's put the centrifuge here. It's not bad. I'll put the lathe on the back. Actually, I'll switch the lathe and the centrifuge. Why not? So then, okay, assembler, fluid extractor, bender, wire mill, lathe. And then this centrifuge I'm going to put opposite the assembler so that way we can get things like glue very easily into the assembler. And I think we're good. I think that's perfect. This 8 amp cable, this is 4 times cable. Wait, what the fuck? I guess it is 4 times. What the hell? It can carry 4 amps, so hopefully nothing burns up. Facebook my Yahoo with the first time chat. Started my first GTNH playthrough. Wish me luck. Good luck, my friend. Take it slow and have some fun. STHS with a prime sub and Moose Doggy with a tier 1 sub for 3 months in advance. God damn. Cheers, y'all. All right. So now that we have all of this reset up, we have 2 options. We can either go full steam hearth, or the better option is I think we should go get some more lead. We should go exploring, try to find as many lead ingots as we can, so that way we can make a battery buffer, and then as a consequence, run multiple of these machines at the same time while we're making the steam hearth, which I think is going to be a lot easier for us. So I'm going to put all this stuff away. That's going to be for later use. The battery buffer will go there. This basic macerator, I'm just gonna like place it down and then we'll chuck everything backwards. You cannot XP craft lead, unfortunately. If I could, I would, right? So we are stuck. We have to do this the old-fashioned way, which I don't actually mind because I do miss a little bit of exploring here and there. I think it would be funny if we brought like a chest and then I just dollied it and then we put the items that we found in it. That might be nice. And then because I'm riding a donkey, it doesn't really matter. What am I doing? There we go. So let's grab Donkey here in the golden lasso. Let's go sleep while we have the time. And then let's go gambling. Remember, chat, we're looking for antimony, which we already have enough of right now, but more is always better. And we're also looking for lead. So keep your eyes peeled for lead and spam me in chat if I miss it. Hello, iProxy. Love your vids, man. Keep them coming. Thank you, my friend. I appreciate that. You're going to have to get pechs at some point. Might as well get them for lead, too. They drop lead? Ooh. We will have to do pechs at some point. Donkey. Oh, I should have brought the bed. I still have time to do that, actually. Let's get a bed before we go. Trolled. Epic troll. Epic troll number 2. Get out of here. This is a slime-free zone. Slime-free zone, you hear me? Do slimes spawn on bedrock? They do not. Luckily for me. Otherwise, I would have lost it so long ago. Nothing can spawn on bedrock, luckily. That is a non-mob spawnable block. Okay, now off we go. Now that I have the bed. They don't spawn on your new floor? Yeah, so chiseled blocks, a lot of chiseled blocks are non-mob spawnable, which is very lucky for me. Not tempted to excavate around the base a bit? No, not yet. I'm saving the excavation for when I can make it as quick as possible. Bunny! Hello. Wait. Are those in 1.6? Yeah, I guess they are. Oh my god, wait. Throwback. This is the old village. This is where it all started, chat. Remember this? Oh, we have coins in here. Might take those technician and blacksmith coins. Did we ever get anything good? It would be really funny if there was just enough lead ingots in here. Unfortunately, no. Thank you for following, Dat Ho. Someone's got to be Dat Ho. My other question is, I'm not quite sure what... Oh my god. Ugh. What the exact spawn conditions are for for lead ingots. They might be blacksmith chests. They might be those witch circles that I see one of right there. I guess we can check that out. Love your GTNH vids. Thank you. I appreciate that. Reminder also, we are specifically looking for 5 more ingots of lead. So just to give you a little progress check and like allow you to... I find it's more satisfying when you know the goal up front. The goal is 5 lead ingots. This looks promising. That's not promising. It's a free dispenser though. What the hell? I don't even want to know. I don't even want to know. Does the donkey count as LV technology? I think that's technically Steam Age, or maybe even Stone, because I traded with villagers for the saddle. So I think that's a Stone Age. Cheers. Are you gonna use this lead to get the crop? You know, if I was smart, I would. But currently, I just need the quick, instant payoff of what's it called, of the battery buffer. Damn, the whole squad's out here. I'm gonna check the tinkers. Ooh, hello. Why do I know this flower? What does the swamp flower do? Oh yeah, it's used for hopper hawks. I remember that. That's funny. I'll plant that and let it go. A lot of bee houses. Might as well check up on these tinkers' houses. Hello, Coven Witch. There's no way there would be lead in here though, right? That just doesn't make any sense. HV horse voltage. Do you guys have any clue what? Oh, yeah, yeah. Okay, another thing we're looking for is red granite. I should get the black granite over there. We should grab that. So for some reason in GTNH, the stone generation is really weird and can replace cobblestone. So randomly in village houses, you'll get stuff like black granite just popping up. We need this specifically for crops to make black granite lily seeds. So I'm gonna grab a little bit of this right now while we're here. We're also looking for red granite, which is a good source of alumina, which we'll need later. So might as well grab this while you see it. Thank you for following, Danielle Renee. I appreciate that. There's an assembler recipe for red and black granite, technically. What the hell? Is that cap? What? No. Abyssal brick? I don't believe you. Specifically the fluid? Oh, mixer. Carbon stone. Oh, okay. Okay. That's not ridiculous. Might as well grab this, though. All right, off to the next village, I suppose. No blacksmith houses to be seen. I'm just going to keep traveling east, and hopefully that works out for us. Hello, DDG, first time chatter. How's it going? What are we searching for? I stopped zoning out. We're searching for 5 ingots of lead, which could be anywhere. My best bet is blacksmith houses and witch circles. So keep an eye out for those. Let's go square. Surface distance 16. Always max. Yeah, whatever. It's low key. It's low key a little cheesy to do this, but allows us to see the entire map really quickly. There we go. I see lead ingots in the looting table of dungeon chest loot chests. We don't have any of those, unfortunately. Witches, spawners, rings could have some. Okay, yeah, that's what I was thinking as well. Do you guys see a blacksmith in here? I don't personally see one. Apothecary. Hold up, hold up. Let me in! Water divine. I hardly know her. That wasn't funny. Nothing. Witch circle. That's a good sign. We got killer doggy and moose doggy back to back. Wow, we are Spider-Man Far From Home right now. Ooh. I need to go into in-game info, XML, config, general, show HUD. I cannot, I definitely need to sleep when it's nighttime. Do we approach the witch circle? No, we wait. Please. Don't slime me, don't slime me. Let's go. Chat, that looks like a very bad haul for a full wizard circle. Witch circle, whatever it is. Knowledge note. Magnetic iron ingot and silver ingot? That's so lame. That's so bad. I don't think I see any blacksmith houses in this village on radar. Let's see what we can see from here though. Nothing much. I think pechs are still our best way forward here. I'm scared of pechs. It could take us a while, right? Like how can you walk me through how pechs work? Because I've never done this before. I know we have some type of node that is bright enough that pechs spawn, so we just need to make a dark enclosed space. I do have these golden lassos, so I could yoink the peck. But then how does the rest of this work? I just need to yoink him and then throw coins at him and then it'll give me lead clusters? Because if so, that's not actually that bad. We could try that for sure. You cannot yoink the peck with a lasso. That makes life a lot harder for sure. Yeah, I do. Some of those nodes spawn randomly in Superflat worlds, and I have seen them on the map. I can't yoink him though. Damn. I guess he's not technically a passive mob because he spawns in darkness. That's weird. Let's grab any hoppers we can get from here. Pure nodes come from Silverwood tree. We don't have access to that. Luckily, I think pure nodes spawn just on their own in this world. If we really roll no blacksmiths on here, I'll be kind of impressed, honestly. I think that's a 0 black. We're like 0 for like 5. What the fuck's going on? Ooh, I wonder if those spawn anything good. Are there chests here? Am I crazy? I swear there's... Nope, just a spawner? Okay. Didn't you hear they patched blacksmiths out of the game forever and ever? They wouldn't. They wouldn't do my boy like that. Alright, I do think I see one blacksmith in the top right here. Just exactly directly north of us. Rage. Okay, okay, it's looking good. Oh, I didn't bring the tank for extra lava. That would have been smart. This is the lamest blacksmith chest I have ever seen. One red alloy ingot, two tin springs, steel boots. Fuck. Oh my god. I do see a witch circle that I haven't looted, which is directly south of us. So let's go back that way. I don't know what's happening with the village generation. It's kind of weird. Didn't realize the world was that flat. What do you mean? I mean, it does say super flat on the tin, right? Wait a minute, I see one of those areas, I think. Is that magical forest up there? Might as well just like take a gander. We have a bed. Aselga with the first time chat. Hey there, love the super flat vids. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. Does that look like the right node? Because it's like, yeah, we're in magical forest, so this definitely does exist. And I think there's one closer to my actual home. So we'll do that at that point. Let's say if we go to one more blacksmith, and then as many witch circles along the way, and we don't find any lead, let's try the peck trading because I'm interested in that, and it seems simple enough. Just a little scary with the darkness and trying to filter out the peck from other mobs. That's mostly what I'm worried about. Can I technically get silverwood saplings with mutandis? Because I do have a little mutandis. I haven't used it yet. Not mutandis? Okay, makes sense. Also useless. That's awesome. It would be so awesome. It would be so cool. Let's head... I see another witch circle in that direction. Let's go. Herba infused seeds? Jeez. Y'all got the tech. I'm not ready to break into like the really weird shit yet. Because I think crops allows me to do like kind of a normal run. I'm not ready because like think about it. I would have to edit through the entirety of Magic and explain what's going on with Magic in order to like get into it. And that's why I'm scared. Cause like maybe I'll do it MV because MV is such a quick tier. And I could just dip into Magic, get a couple of things, and then lead ingots, please, please, please. What the fuck is that? Okay. I see two villages. If we see a, remember, if we see one more blacksmith house and we don't get any lead, we're gonna try peck trading today, which is kind of a really big rendezvous away from where I was going, but we've got time. I don't see blacksmith on my mini map, but I do see another village pretty close by. Let's go to that one then. I want to go to there. I hope editing jail isn't too long this time. We've totally narrowed down how to stream, I think, in order to make editing jail a lot easier. I have been planning ahead pretty religiously now, and I'm very happy about that. Like I will plan the contents of the entire stream before we even start, like the day before. And I think that's been super helpful in us. Oh, I see 2 blacksmiths in us. Hopefully this will be like much more editable. And the other thing I do is while I'm streaming, I'll craft every single thing I need before I start assembling, because the crafting part is kind of boring. No one cares. But the assembling part is the interesting part. And if I like do it piece by piece, it causes me to have to like jump through the video often, and that's really annoying. Wow, this is just diabolical. This is the worst loot I have seen since the loot drought of 2020. I just made that up off the top of my head. I hope that was funny. Oh. Pechs rating it is. Any trick you do to make VOD editing easier? What you can do is use JKL editing, which is you can like do... I'm going to take the magnesium because I don't think we can get that very easily otherwise. JKL editing allows you to like go twice the speed through VODs, which is nice. And then you can still hear audio, but it allows you to like scrub through and find content really quickly. All right, I guess we're going home and pech trading. You guys wanted it. What is a loot run of 2020? I don't know what that is. Oh. All right, so bear with me, chat. What we're going to do is we're going to go home, find one of them fancy little nodes. I even see one right next to me, and we're also going to pass a hungry node. Is there another blacksmith in here? No. Yeah, the peck rates. Yeah, dude, that's why I'm scared of this, because the slimes will fuck with the spawn rates. The pecks are just gonna be weird too. I'm gonna have to navigate through darkness, which scares me. There's another witch circle. We could at least try it out. Is there a plastic bottle in your neck? Jesus. No, I'm just a lanky guy with a thick ass spine. Pecks at least don't burn in daylight. Yo, that's true. So I could just make like a temporary roof, make sure I spawn a peck, and then just get rid of the roof. Yoink all the... What is this? What? Steel shears? Come on, man. What the fuck? Yeah, we're getting insane loot. This is good. This is great. This is where we want to be. Low income witches. Sheesh. Have I already been to this village? Should I check it out? There's 2 blacksmiths. Let's look at the blacksmiths real quick. At least check. That looks like a hungry node. Why did that just spawn? Wait, what the hell? It's spawning viz. Did you guys just see that? I'm not crazy, right? Unstable node. Oh. Oh, that's cool. So it doesn't just like quietly peter away. It actually like gives up its viz. That's cool. Oh, why do I even bother? Why do I even bother? It's just like, it's just a joke to them. To the Mojang employees that put that loot into my loot table, to the GTNH devs who went out and stocked these houses. Like, I get it. You just wanted to troll me, okay? I understand. Ardite, that's pretty rare. And I hate making brass, so I'll take that. I'll take that. Oh, I would just passive crystal chips spilled, I think. That's what I did. And just have the excess flow into a storage that is accessible by the network. But I was using mutagen, not europium. We already alluded that. There is one, two. Okay, there's two. Let's check these. Probably already checked these. That is a big village. Jeez. Hello, 322 Enjoyer. Thank you for the follow. I have put thousands of hours into modded Terraria playthroughs. Sheesh. I played Calamity. I killed Supreme Calamitous, but I was kind of cheating because I was doing it in multiplayer. So whenever one of us would die, we would just respawn. All right, that is diabolical. I think I've already looted this village though, so let's just move on. I wonder what this node is. Eerie, maybe? Yeah, that's the Eerie biome. Dream is going chest to chest. That's why he's so busy. Yeah, Dream Master is going chest to chest right now to fill them with absolute garbage. Pretty much, pretty much. So let's dip home. Let's get a couple of building blocks to spawn some pechs. We're gonna find some pechs and then we're going to, I guess we can't yoink them with our golden lasso, but I think we can just like isolate them through other means, hopefully, and not die. And ideally, we should bring a bunch of stuff to trade with the peck. So I think someone said I need to throw gold coins at them first, and then I can trade with emeralds with them. So I'll bring both gold coins and emeralds, and we'll see what happens. All this because I wanted to make some damn batteries, and I couldn't be given 5 little ingots of lead by the game. That's so diabolical. Honestly, I'm considering making the lead crop now if it's this bad to get lead. Uh-oh, did our thing run out of fuel? Already? Damn, the fuel efficiency must be really low. Oh yeah, sheesh. I guess we're gonna be burning through diamond dust now. I just want to keep that like kind of running. Okay, I think we're good to go on that front. Let me get some food to bring so I don't get absolutely rolled. Um, we'll need emeralds, we'll need building blocks, we'll need some gold coins. That should be enough ideally. And then let us go. I think we're good. We'll need to sleep eventually. Let's see where our closest node is. And I think I see one right here. Someone pointed this out in like one of my VODs that we have a node really close. So let's go over there and start setting up. Just emeralds is fine? Okay. I'll bring like a couple stacks of emeralds then. Emeralds have more lucrum in them than gold coins. That is checks out. That checks out. Ooh, another thing I want to bring is torches probably just for my own sake. At least I can put some on my forehead. And we should probably sleep anyway, so. Looks like that one's maxed out the biome conversion too. Interesting. Might bring some spawn-proofing material to shut down slime chunks. I think we're just fucked with the slime chunks. What I'll probably end up doing is leaving the area and then re-going into the area over and over to refresh it. So that way we can isolate pechs and remove slimes. Don't you want less lucrum per trade for the native clusters? Dude, you guys are just talking about shit. I don't even know what the meta is anymore. I feel so out of the loop. I feel like I should know about this. Stargate player. First thing I want to do is definitely build walls, so that way I can stop getting slimed from occasion. Magical forest starts like here-ish. We can also make this exactly too tall, and that will probably help us in isolating only pechs, which I'm interested in doing. Hello, Stan Strom. This is my first chat post. It might be. It might be. Hello, first time chatter. The slimes are eerily not getting in my way. It's like they know something bad's about to happen and they're just gonna let it happen anyway. They're not even interfering right now. I think I kind of overdid it on this side, but whatever. How will we know there's pechs? I have no clue. We'll just have to figure that out. Have to take a peek in. You'll hear them grumbling. That's a good shout. Question, do you think a Twilight Forest only run would be viable and even interesting? Probably might be easier than a Superflat run, actually. There's a small chance, because Twilight has a lot of resources in it and a lot of magic stuff that I just can't get. Like, you can get aluminum ingots from kobolds right off the rip if you start in the Twilight, which is pretty helpful. Did I accidentally just mine the node? Okay, well, I think the thing's still there. And it's still magical forest. That's... I hope I didn't fuck anything up doing that. Alright. This is our little box. Inside the box is magical forest. Ideally, this means that a peck can spawn in here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to run away 100 or so blocks. I guess we could just go south and then back up north. And hopefully we'll get some spawns. If not, we'll just keep rinsing and repeating until we get what we need. Until you get eaten by a slime. Yeah. Alright, chat. Pray for me. First time peck. Trust. And then we can just... Does he persist? Because we could just keep him in a box, right? And then just go to trade with him. I could just light up that box. And ideally, slimes wouldn't be able to spawn in it, but, you know, blackberry slimes, you know how they are. Pretty sure they despawn, unfortunately. Sheesh. I'm seeing something right there. It looks like a brutish skeleton, honestly. I am so scared right now, chat. Oh, we got the quest, though. Oh, this is so fucked. Holy shit. Alright, hopefully nothing just yoinks me. But over here, we have a peck forager. Is that the peck that I'm looking for? What type of peck am I looking for? Holy shit. Ooh, 2 pecks. 1 peck forager. Another peck forager. Forager should do. Okay. In that case, let's try to get rid of the rest of the roof and burn off the rest of the zombies. 2 peck sugar. This cannot end well. This absolutely cannot end well. Please, please. Oh my god. Oh. What the fuck? Everything's okay. I don't even know what... How are we gonna... How are we gonna grab these guys? It is not only like a slime-infested wasteland right now. I could try dropping the diamonds, I guess. Or the emeralds. Chrissy, wake up. I don't like this. Oh, please. Please leave me alone. Alright, fuck it. We might as well just release the horde, right? Oh, wait. Hold up. Oh shit, oh shit, oh shit, oh shit. Donkey! Oh, and my forager died. Oh shit. No, donkey too. Okay, well that was an interesting first attempt. Luckily, we have not died yet. But our forager did. Let's try to unroof this so that way we don't have any. Well, actually, I think that's fine. Let's go home, grab another donkey. Donkey number 3. I don't even want to know. Donkey and peck gone in one shot. Exactly, right? It's just my luck, right? It's just what it is at this point. Like I don't even it doesn't even phase me anymore. You should consider a series of 1x1 spawn chambers to isolate the chaos. I will give that a try. That is probably a better idea than what I just did. Can a peck spawn in a 1x1 chamber? Is its hitbox small enough for that? Okay. It's a good idea. I'm getting a lot of yeses. Mob farm design philosophy should include safety to the user. Nah. Mid. A little tasteful flute on that? Oh my god. Can I spawn in a 1x1 chamber in real life? Dude, you know what? Okay. I was thinking about an idea for a game, right? Actually, I'll wait till the ad break is done because this is a really good idea and I want you all to hear this. But I had a really cool idea for a game that involves Twitch chatters. I was sent by Donkey 2.0. You gonna sleep with the fishes. Alright, we do need to get a donkey, that's for sure. We cannot be just going around this place donkeyless. Donkey is an incredible mobility friend that allows us to like get out of some really shitty situations. So I think before I even start going for this peck trade part 2. Dude, why am I doing this anyway? Like I should be making the steam hearth. What? How did this series of events happen, chat? It's a lot of random mobs around here. Hopefully there's a donkey. Cyclone with the Prime sub. Okay. Now that the ads are done, thank you, Cyclone, for the Prime sub. Speaking of, my idea was a game where you play like Twitch streamers and other content creators play as warlords, and they have cool abilities or whatever. It's like Warframe, and Twitch chatters can log on to the game as a rank and file soldier. And they are allowed to be one of many soldiers who just run into battle and die for whatever person they wish to. And I think that would be such a fun idea because then all of your Twitch chat could be involved with it and like you could all go together into war and then your content creator could make normal content around it, which I think would be so fun. I'm not seeing any donkeys. We might need to just do this donkey list and just lock in. I wish I had some more movement technology. Makes me think of Foxhole, Sandbox Wargame. Can't stream snipe. Is the game built around it? Okay, that's cool. Would take rating to a whole new level. True, true. That would be really interesting too. Yeah, yeah. Like you raid somebody. How would that work? Would you have all of your guys attack them, or would their forces combine? Right. But I feel like something like that would instantly get all of the most active Twitch streamers to instantly start playing the game, and you would just have a free win card, right? If anyone wants to develop this with me, if you're a game dev and you know what's up, just hit me up because I think this could work. The net code would probably be ridiculous. All right, how are you following me? How are you that fast? Could probably do a glider launchpad system. Ooh, forgot about the glider. I sleep on the glider often. All right, we need to figure out the best way we're going to construct these cells without a better term for it. I'm thinking just like that, and then I'll just put roofs on each of them, which I don't know. Or I could just do a grid, which seems equally as bad of an idea, but whatever, whatever. What do we think? Is this scary? Should be fine. Okay. I'm trusting you guys. I'm trusting you guys. I only have like, 400 deaths on this world. I really can't take any more, Um, it would just be too big of a difference, like, that first 200 deaths is like, that's fine. But as soon as you go to like 201, it's just like, like, what are you even doing? The grid. A digital frontier. I tried to picture how the... Oh my god. Please, please. Oh, hello. I think we need to evacuate and then come back when the slimes are less active. We should probably at least put roofs on everything while we go. Oh, fuck. Oh. This is great. This is great, guys. This is going to be awesome. We could go high up in the air, maybe. Because the biome doesn't... Yeah, wait. Let's leave. Go high up in the air. Redo this. Hello, Corm. How's it going? Go like 40 high and no slime spawns? Yeah, or I could just like build it in a way that no slimes can spawn on the structure, I think. But then all the slimes just cleared out anyway, so why even bother? hear a zombie. Awesome. Awesome. Still haven't found a donkey again. Unfortunate. Alright, let's run away and come back. Hopefully this will work. I have enough food to like actually run it. Are there going to be any grid-like areas in Superflat? I don't know. I might throw in like a little bit just as a joke, or like, but I think I want to do a whole new style if I get the chance. Isn't there a horse spawn egg purchase for coins? I mean, we're already home, so let's check that out. Yeah. Saw your Superflat videos and watched all of your live VODs. I have a question though. Since you get the plant manager or something, the crop manager, can't you use copper or iron ore berries to farm? I can. I recently just switched to essence ore berries because the copper and iron ore berries are kind of annoying to process. It takes 9 of them in a macerator to turn into one dust, and it takes a long time and a lot of energy, like steam. So I chose to do the ore berry way because it doesn't take any energy to craft things with this method. So it's like fully passive. I don't need to add anything to it. Works perfectly. I don't see a spawn horse, chat, which is unfortunate. I might have spawn eggs somewhere. Spawn ocelot. No, I don't see any. If I made a lead, maybe? Where is that quest? A quicker way to get around. Yeah, fuck no, I'm not making tan leather right now. Dude, all this for some lead, bro. I have half the mind to just not even get the lead at this point. And you know, because it was this hard, we're definitely getting the lead crop before I continue, because I am not doing this again. There is a lead crop, right? Block of lead. There's 2. There's Plumbelia and there's Plum Shade. I think I want to do Plum Shade because I don't know if I can process Plumbelia. %50 chance to extract into 1 lead dust. Jesus. Or 4 to 4 with sulfuric acid. That's not ridiculous. All right, off we go. Back to the peck area. Hopefully a donkey spawns. You do have infinite sulfur. I do have infinite sulfur. Yeah, I would just have to make some more LV machines that I wasn't prepared to do. Um, I really do want to make this LV guide as quick and trim as possible, but I guess we're gonna include the 20-minute rendezvous to get a scrap of lead. I think Plumbelia could be good because we have the thiosulfine plant. All right, I'm gonna put dirt in my offhand here. I'm gonna go one at a time. I'm gonna excavate the roof, and I'm gonna check what's in there, and then close it right back up. Hopefully, we just get a peck first try. That's a bat. Cool. It's a lot of bats going around. I hate bats so much. Would his head be sticking out, the peck? What the fuck? I totally pressed shift here. You don't have any? I don't hear any grunting? Yeah, fair enough. I love jumping slimes. I love jumping slimes. I love jumping slimes. It might be time to pillar up. Trying to think of the best way to do this, and I'm not having any good ideas. Oh, true. Yeah, yeah, so if I just pillar up high enough, I'll have mobs spawning down below. That's smart. That's smart. I like it. I like where your head's at. I feel naked without my water bucket. Fuck. Can't hurt, can't hurt. Let's keep going up. What is the spawn, like, limit? Looks like you're in plains. Oh my god. Embarrassing. Alright, well, I like the other idea, which is where we pillar up high enough that the slimes go away and we can refresh the mobs that are down below in the grid. If you go more than 128, you'll despawn everything. Okay, perfect. Do we have enough blocks? Just barely. A small part of me wants to try to clutch this. That would be very silly. Why 132 right now? It should be just enough to despawn all the mobs in the little grid down there. Is this the tier 1 rocket skill? Clutch the jumper style. Unfortunately, we need to get back up anyway, so this just had to be. Dude, so much for making the steam hearth today. Jesus. Although I still have a little bit of time. Alright, I gotta turn off the Uh-oh, I should not do that. I don't hear any pechs below me. We gotta turn off music the next time we do this. This has got to be the slowest fucking... We'll give this one more try. If not, I think we go back, do the steam hearth. Just, you know, bite the bullet. We did improve our setup for sure. Ooh, good call. Good call. You'll go a little faster if you're not in the center column. Let's go. I don't have a good bow. We'd have to go on a different tangent and make a good bow. I'm just praying on streamer luck. Hello, Sky Slanny with the first time chat. 9 here making Wii Shop channel music. I love the new song. Thank you. I'm really proud of it too. I'm pretty happy. Dude, I don't know what we're gonna do if we don't get this though. I'm praying for streamer luck. Dream, you screwed me on the last like 10 blacksmith and witch circle chests. All I ask is that you just give me one peck forager in a way that I can handle him. It's my only request. Oh shit, oh shit, oh shit. We probably refresh the spawns, so. I'm gonna quickly tab back. Oh fuck, oh fuck. Close the music. I'm not hearing any peck moaning. Yeah, we will definitely get the lead crop, I guess. Wait a minute, chat. Is there a lead ore drop in the crops loot bag? Is there a lead ore drop in the crops loot bag? Somebody check this for me right now, because we might have had this shit the whole time. And I might just be tweaking out right now. This will be insane. This will be an insane pull, if that is the case. Please don't tell me that we already gambled more than enough lead ore blocks. Because I know I must have saved those. Lord have mercy. Okay, we do have one lead ore. Which means technically, we can grow this plumbelia. Which do you think is better, plumbelia? Because we already have the extractor. It would just be a pain in the ass to go get all these ore plum shade. Just tiny pile that's already processed. So all we need to do is like fertilize it and grow it. But this needs a seed generator. Or no. How do we make this? Gold oreberry. Or the metal pool. Do I have any quick growing metal? Cassetine coffee. Coffee and huckleberry will get us plum shade. Tiny pile one? Okay, let's do the tiny pile one. I'm gonna resume the music. Let's clear out our inventory just a smidge. And then the other question is, does plum shade have any extenuating circumstances for how it likes to grow? Growth points 3800, drop multiplier 0.74 tier 6, which means, I guess, water and the other thing. And then we need some type of stone, aka cobblestone, as our base. Okay. I guess we can just start. What tier is Plumbelia? It is tier 6. So I think we should be able to do this by hand. It's just going to be a little annoying. That's just there. Awesome. Plumbelia and Plum Shade are both tier 6, correct? Yeah. And then what was I going to do for Plum Shade? Huckleberry and coffee. That is fertilized dirt and fertilized dirt. Okay. Let us set up the conditions we'll need to grow this. I'm going to give it a little bit of space here and put this here. That'll be our undersoil block, and then our cobblestone block is the base. And then we'll need a double crop stick here eventually. But currently, I'm going to surround this with some tilled land in a sec. And water. Whoa. That's operating very low on water. Let's get that watering can, a little bit of fert. Monument to the Peck incident. Thank you for the follow, Lost in Tokyo. How's it going? Kind of find it wild that you can use chiseled cobblestone as the farmland. Yeah, no, it's cool. I like it. I like the system. It's just an ordict kind of thing. I believe so. I think they set these up specifically, like every single time. Alrighty. I guess this will be my step stool block. So, in order to get Plumbelia, what we need, or is it Plum Shade? Yes, it is Plum Shade. We're going to be using the leaves pool, and I'm going to use coffee seeds and huckleberry seeds to make sure it is only the leaves pool, and then we're going to try to gamble this Plum Shade. So, I'm going to get a 31-31 coffee, max huckleberry. We're going to water these bad boys, and just for speed, I am not going to water them. There we go. Whoa. Whoa. That's new. That's awesome. And then we're going to fertilize them. So that way they guarantee that they're going to cause a max tier plant. This coffee is not very happy. Does it have a tier 7? Holy moly. Have you heard of the people who reached LUV and Superflat without using any other dimension so far, getting inspiration from you? I have not heard of those people, but I'm excited to get there eventually. What's the big difference between this and GOG having a floor? It's just the vibes, mostly. Most people don't dimension lock themselves in GOG because of the goose video. But it's mostly just for my enjoyment. I love super flat worlds. I find them really fun, so... It's just something about the vibe, like the backrooms-ish vibe of them. It's really special to me. I'm gonna grab another huckleberry while we're here. Just cause it's gonna take a while for that coffee to grow. Huh, that is so cool. Shout out to the devs. I had that issue with watering before, and I guess they totally fixed that. So once that hits 80%, we have 2 crops, although the huckleberry pool is probably a lot bigger. So we'd have to get ridiculously lucky. Yeah, because this is in the food pool. Is coffee also in the food pool? It doesn't look like it. And then we just pray. Corm for the prime sub. Thank you, my friend. I appreciate that. As Flurbin likes to say, any opportunity to steal from Jeff Bezos is a good day. So I appreciate the prime subs. And if you have a prime sub, I feel free to just, chuck them my way, It's nothing crazy. In Ivy, the crops looks very good. Or an LV? Ivy? Literally endless resources with bees. Yeah, I mean, bees and crops are both good. Crops is definitely more early game than bees, for sure. Huge. Thank you for the follow, Monkey Mage. How's it going? Let's get the other bed. While we're here, while we're doing this, I think we're going to multitask. I know I said I wouldn't do that, so that way everything was a little easier for me. Oh my god. Lost in Tokyo with the tier 1 sub. And Sandstrom with the $5 donation. Your search for lead led you down a different path, so we let you lead the way to lead now by crops. Thank you so much, my friend. I appreciate that. Ko-fi is always a very welcome place for any donations if you have them. Ko-fi allows a much higher amount of money to go to me instead of Twitch, so I definitely recommend that over bits if you get the chance. I don't know what our current goal is, but we have something. All right, so while we're here, let's go back to it. While we're slowly breeding out plum shade or whatever, let's work on our steam hearth. We are going to need to just chuck a bunch of resources in. We need 41 bronze ingots to turn into plates, 120 steel ingots to turn into assorted stuff. So 68 steel plates is what I see. Let's just grab a stack and make that into plates. We'll need a little bit of bronze here. So I'm gonna go grab some tin dust and copper dust. Do you prefer playing alone or with people? I like both. I think for editing a series, it is like 12 trillion times easier to do it alone. As much as I love people, it's hard to like measure progress when there's a bunch of people contributing to one project. Actually, I think even with the food pool, there's nothing that really can grow on here with the huckleberry. This might be the move. Bronze, why not Stronz or Briel? Yeah, exactly, right? Like it's really hard to get a satisfying video where you're like, okay, this is the challenge. This is what we need to do to overcome that challenge, and this is me doing it, right? That's like a very satisfying format. And you just don't, you're not able to do that when you have multiple people working together. Where is my steam alloy smelter? What happened to that? I'm sorry, I ate that thing. We should have plenty of steam at this point. And this buffer tank is huge, and it allows us to do a lot of crafting that we would not be able to do. So I'm very happy with this setup at the very least. Let's chuck in our plates. I don't like the sound of that. Ah, there we go. Gotta vent the steam. Hello, pretty Princess Kitty. Lead, lead, lead leads lead, lead, lead. Maybe. What do you mean insufficient steam? Are you silly? What? I'm confused. I think that was a glitch. That was probably the meanest I have ever gotten to a machine. Are you silly is crazy from me. Hello, Eaterdas. How's the symphony? It's going slowly. I have been working more on like OSTs and shit than any of that, but still going. Okay, I actually have most of the plates we need for this. Let's start crafting out some of the random shit we need. We low-key, it's telling me we have an... It's telling me that we have enough items to just do this. Am I blind or... That doesn't seem right. Also, something's wrong here. Ah. Might need to plug in the damn machine. Oh yeah, great power fail. Huge. Why are you power failing, actually? You have cable. Is there just too much loss, or is it just booting up for the first time? I think it's just booting up for the first time. I'm actually a Canadian citizen. I don't know if you guys knew this. 30 more plates, and then we're good. I'm gonna also calculate quickly. We need 2441, which means 17? Whatever, let's just do 18. Out of curiosity, why did you end up digging out a hole instead of digging out a walled-off village? Because slimes can still spawn on top of the walls and in the walls. So having like this free space was good. Also, villages mess with villager farms, because the doors and like the invisible villages that they create are weird. It's hard to work with those. Okay, that should be enough for all the steel components we need. We've got 6 solid steel casing, 1 steel pipe casing, 1 steel gearbox, and 1 steel firebox. That was easy. That's awesome. Now we just need to do the actual hearth part. Let's clean up the old inventory. I don't know why I have 9 steel frame boxes left over from that. Let's get 6 copper dust and 12 gold dust, maybe 14 gold dust. 1, 4, 12, 6. We're gonna make 6 Tumbaga mixed dust. I just made 7. Awesome, fantastic. That's exactly what I wanted to do. And then we're gonna turn the rest of this gold Tumbaga mixed dust into Tumbaga dust. There we go. The Tumbaga we're going to put into a furnace and turn into ingots, and then we need to process those into gears and frame boxes and a bunch of random stuff. Six, 7, thanks guys. But someone's gotta do it. 576, wow. 8, 9, 10, wow. Someone's gotta say it, otherwise what's going on in the world? Let's make a couple of hoppers, which I need. Don't sleep on the assembler machine hopper recipe. This is way better. I'll show you the 2 alternatives. So this is the assembling machine recipe. That is power failing because I have 2 things running at once and I don't have a battery buffer. And then this is the regular recipe, which is terrible because you need to make this gear. That's like 10 more plates and shit. All right, you should figure yourself out now. Almost vanilla hopper cost exactly. I think it actually is because the plate is 1-to-1 recipe now. Okay, let's see. Tumbaga frame box, smoker. Uh-oh. Mini char... Hold up. What the fuck am I watching? What is this recipe, chat? Mini charcoal by Z-Tones. Okay. Circuit 6. Okay. Yeah. That's my mini charcoal. Got it. Okay. That's awesome. This is a Greg Tech recipe right here. This is like through and through. You cannot get more Greg Tech than this. All right, first of all, obviously we got to get our mini charcoal. We got to grab a furnace. 2 smooth stone, which is just stone. And then 4 iron plates, because of course. I'm not sure what style I'll go with at the end. I probably will try to move away from the grid and do something still iconic, but just different. I think it's important to branch out sometimes. So we're not just gonna stick to our guns because as much as I'd like to do that, and that'd probably just be a free W, like I think we can do better. Do we need any more iron ingots? Tin plates. Grab the hoppers. That's good. I think we're good. Let's grab the 4 tin plates we suspiciously randomly need. I think that's good. Okay. Hello. Any tips if I just started playing? I don't have good tips, but Duct, who's a fellow YouTuber, if anyone has the link for his video, he has 3 videos on how to just start like a beginner tips. And I think they're fantastic. So you should watch that video. I love Duct. We're homies. Oh, I have 24 iron plates right here. All right. Circuit 6. We're going to put in our furnace, our 6 out of our 7 7 mini charcoal. Don't say it. Don't fucking say it. And then, okay, there we go. That is our smoker. What a weird recipe. We also need a blast furnace, which is a normal recipe. Holy banger alert. I'm surprised people know this. Blast furnace. Let's get our Tembaga processed. Is pollution enabled? If it is, I will disable it. I'm not a big fan of pollution. Tangerine is an old man? Okay, that explains it. Actually, I have a story behind how I discovered this song specifically. And the story is that I went to Korea. I went to South Korea the past, you guys know, sometime in the past month. And I found a hip hop vinyl bar. Like they just had vinyl on the wall. It was a cozy little place, and they would just pull that shit. And there was one guy with a actual like a vinyl DJ setup who would just rock in, and he played by the what was it? Another Groove Armada song, At the River, which I really love. I'll add that to queue. And yeah, I don't know. He dropped a bunch of really good tracks on me, and I am very happy I went to that bar. All right, 1 Tembaga gear. We're almost there. Double cast iron plates, 2 of those. Double bronze plates, 2 of those. And then the high pressure steam furnace. Do we have a steam furnace? No. So we just got to make this from the roots. Oh my god, we're running out of inventory space. Whatever shall I do? From the ground up, Fernite. Exactly. Exactly. Y'all are funny. I like you guys. Hello. Cat's Cozy Games. Oh my god, I love you guys. Welcome on in, y'all. Hello. Let's give a shout out to Cat's Cozy Games. Shout out Cat's Cozy Games. Hello, gamers. Hello, cozy cats. Hello, everyone in between. What's poppin', everyone? Welcome in. Let me give a little update on what we're up to. We're listening to some Groove Armada right now, but currently we are redoing our LV and steam generation area. And I am currently working on the hearth, the steam hearth, which we're about to finish. I saw that on your stream, Kat and Vin, and I'm very excited about it. Hey Vin, what's poppin'? Let me give a little base tour. We've got very little so far. We're still in LV. We got the vending machine, but I do want to show off to you guys something that I made Monday, and this is a fully automatic XP crafting farm. Check this shit out. Actually, let's bring a drawer while we're here. Thank you for following, Specky. How's it going? Let's bring all of the drawers. I forgot to follow your Twitch because I wasn't logged into Twitch for a long time. Hello. How's it going? Thank you for following, Scorch. How's it going? All right, chat. This is the doohickey. Get ready to see the most fantabulous redstone you have ever seen in your life. Why is this not rotating? There we go. Let me lock that drawer real quick. All right, chat. This is how this works. We gambled earlier a solar panel and a crop manager. We're getting essence ore berries and pulling them into this block placer, which turns those ore berries into XP orbs, which we then turn into liquid XP. And I have this silly little boat clock that allows us to control this auto crafting bench and turn those XP buckets into copper. So you'll see that just happens. And then when the boat comes around, we unlock the auto crafting bench and extract the items where they need to go. So silly, but actually very effective. And we're so rich on LV right now. Why did you do that? That is a great question. It's a very, very good question. And there's actually a good answer. And the reason is because as you can see, the inventories for the inputs to this auto crafting bench and the outputs are the same. So if you're not very careful, you'll just extract your XP buckets and you'll have a very bad time. So I have this set up very specifically to give it enough time to turn this into tin. And then the only locations for tin and buckets to go are locked by a hopper or by a drawer. So it does require some finagling, and all of that boat clock and all of that stuff there was there on purpose, and we needed it. So I just wanted to show that off at mukbang time. How are you guys doing, Kat and Vin? What did you guys get up to today? This is the Groove Armada song that I discovered in that vinyl bar in Korea. So good. If you're ever near Yuljiro 4 station, which is like directly northeast of Seoul Center, there's a lovely bar. I forget exactly what it's called. I think it's near Hell Cafe is what it's called. Let's check in on our plumbilia. Wow, no weeds, no nothing. Great idea with a boat clock timer. Hey, Sean, how's it going? How are you liking the new crops in 2.0? I am loving it. I am loving it so much. The crops are such an interesting like early game option for resource gen as someone who hates a lot of early game like mining and mobs and stuff. It's just so good. It's so good. And welcome. And Vin says, we got the PDIM today, got power online over there, and this music is a vibe. I'm glad. Yeah, PDIM is huge. And you guys have been through it many times. Is this on the community server, I'm assuming? All right, we're almost to Steam Hearth. There's our Steam Furnace, which is the baby version of this. Then we need to make the high pressure version of this, which is the not baby version of this. That is the first time I've gotten that. Awesome. I'm so with you on hating that stuff. Cat, you're a real one. We know this. We know this. There's our big boy high pressure steam furnace. And that should be enough to make the Steam Hearth controller block. And now I just need to do a couple of small things, which is we need a steam hatch to input steam, an output bus, and an input bus. So let's go get that going, and then we can assemble this all. We need some more plates of the bronze variety. Boom, boom, boom. We need to remember the boat thing for when we do GOG. I have a schematic of the XP crafter cat. So if you want that schematic and you guys want to use this, I highly recommend this. It is very cheap. It is LV friendly. I think the most expensive thing I needed was the LV fluid detector cover. And like we needed to gamble the crop manager, obviously. But yeah, this is a little bit of genius by me. All right, so once we get the plates, we'll need, oh yeah, clay fluid pipe. I think we made a couple of these because I know we always need some. Sweet little village is here. What does the boat thing do? It's a timer. It's a clock. It's a very cheap 14-second redstone clock that has like it's about like 3 seconds of activation time on the pressure plate, which allows you to do some really niche stuff that normally you do not need to be doing. All right, there's our steam hatch. There's our output bus. And hopefully we have enough for an input bus. We need 2 more tin plates and 4 more bronze plates. Okay. How much RNG does that clock have? Not enough to stall the machine, I find. There's a little bit of leeway with it. Hello, Yannick, by the way. So it works pretty much all of the time. I've let it AFK over a couple of nights now, and it's just mostly the problem I'm having is I don't have an inventory big enough that because like those little drawers just fill up instantly. Okay, wait, hold up. Output bus, input bus. Good. Okay, let me empty my inventory and then gather up all the stuff we need to assemble this, because we finally have all of the parts, I believe. We might want an extra hopper for inputs, but I doubt it. We should probably be fine. Does the output... Nah, does not automatically export items. Awesome. So we'll want to elevate this so I can eventually put hoppers underneath. Let's put that back there. Cool. Hello, everyone. Hello, Value. Can't you make a redstone clock with a vanilla repeater? Repeaters are actually kind of expensive. Look at how expensive this is. Red alloy, pressure plates. And I would need a lot of repeaters to make a clock that slow. Like a ton of repeaters. So the boat thing is a very cheap, very fun way to circumvent that, I find. Let me get a couple of blocks to put this on, and then we're assembling. Where are my loom blocks? There we go. Okie dokie. Now that we're here, I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna recap this so I can edit this really easily, so bear with me here. All right, now that we have all of the blocks we need for the steam hearth, let's get this set up. Within this chest is everything we need ideally. I'm hoping I didn't mess this up. Let's go see what this looks like. I'm gonna put the buses here, and then like, I guess I'll make one of these casings the input hatch for steam. Steel pipe casing, steel firebox, and the steam hearth. And then still, okay, I think I get this. We'll do output bus here, input bus on this side. Why do we only have one steel pipe casing, chat? That's not right. All right, now I need a restart. Fuck. How many? I need 3 more steel pipe casings. That should be fairly easy though. So let's just get that crafted. Sorry, chat. I'm so sorry. I did not mean to mess up that way. Let's see. 3 steel pipes. We have steel frame boxes. We probably have our plates in here. We're missing 2 plates. That's probably why. How are you doing? I'm doing great. I'm having a fantastic time. I had a really good date with a person yesterday. I'm making a lot of music. I just released the music video for the vending machine. So if you guys are curious about that, you know, you want to listen to the vending machine theme on repeat for 10 hours, you know, go crazy. All right, there we go. I think. No, because we need 4 total. All right, that's it. Half a stack. I was gonna donate $10 million, but because of that steel pipe casing, I won't. Fuck. Next time. We'll get him next time, chat. We'll get him next time. Unlucky. Megafunk, hello, hello. What's poppin', y'all? Thank you for following Vinyl Plays. What a topical joiner right there. That's funny. Truly an unlucky moment. Yeah, no, we're good though. We got it now, I think. There we go. All right, look at us go. I hope that that's everything. If it's not, I'm just gonna crash out on stream. We only need... Why did I only craft 1 firebox casing? Because we need 3. All right, chat. One more thing. 2 more firebox casings. I'm gonna crash out. I'm gonna crash. I'm tweaking. I don't know why I just did that. That felt like a Smiling Friends character. I earned a free cape, thank you. Of course. I don't know what that is, but I'm hoping you're enjoying it. Oh, that was easy. All right, triple check. 6 solid steel machine casings, 4 pipe, 4 gearbox, 3 firebox. We only have 1 gearbox. What am I doing? How did this happen again? We're going to be broke on steel, actually, I think. In a second. We have 8 steel plates and 31 ingots. I'm hoping we can actually do this. Let's see. 31 ingots. 24 of those are going to rods. No, we're poor. This last infusion of steel dust might be enough. Did you put the other casing somewhere else? That's entirely possible. If only I had the MV extruder, man. Life could be a dream. Hold up, hold up. If I make a gear mold, I can alloy smelter mold this. Is that less expensive? 448. 24, 24, 48 divided by 6 is 8. No, it's the same price. It is more expensive. Yeah, I guess I would have to make the gear mold too. All right, chat. I'm so sorry. You're going to have to bear with me and sit around for a bit while the steel comes out of this very slow casting table. Oh, we already listened to this also. I don't have another ingot mold. Actually, there's no point in doing that. Let's do a quick calculation of how much more I need, though. So we need this 24 rods. We need a total of 24 plus 12 plates. So 36 more ingots, which I think we should have by the time we're done with that. Let's throw these into process while we're waiting. Then we should be fine. And we can switch between Plumbelia and all that. I'm not worried about it. Hey Nine, first time catching a stream. Almost caught up on the VODs, just missing the last one. I love your GTNH. I liked your GTNH content. Well, thank you. I appreciate that. And I hope you're doing well today, Frozen Focus. How deep is your love? How deep is your love? Do you think that entering Dimensions quest should be skippable? Maybe. I don't know. I don't know enough about the meta. I'll have opinions on that after my Superflat run, probably as a whole. Love, like, both work in this case. I appreciate that. Didn't want to be presumptuous. Mr. Biskin, thank you for the follow. Alright, while we wait for this slow-ass smeltery to slowly empty 1 ingot of steel every 5 pico years, we'll just, we'll work on our plum shade and get some more lead. Cool, that's going. Do you have piston boots? It does not seem like it. No, I do not have piston boots. I have done... Is this a Bee Gees cover? I do not have piston... I don't have any quality of life, and I probably should. I'm a little silly sometimes. We can gamble. That's a good way to pass our time. A spawn pig. Awesome. Huge. Bricked bronze hull. What would I do without it? We got robbed by the LV loot bag. I will take the extra large steel fluid pipes. I just can't really do anything with them now. Because I can't fluid recycle them till MV. I could make an arc furnace right now. Is that silly? We don't have graphite. Never mind. Let's look up the Bee Gees. How deep is your love? Spotify is not responding to me. Spotify is tweaking. Hold up, hold up. We're switching off Spotify. Is my internet down? No. Uh-oh. Chat, are you hearing me? I'm so scared right now. Okay, wait a minute, white boy. David Hasselhoff cover of this song as a German. I have to look that up now. Just caught up in the VODs. Nice to have a new stream. Welcome, everyone. Cheers. Almost 200. I turned off the viewers count. 182. Jesus, guys. We got all the Cat and Vin infusion. We love David Hasselhoff. He sang down the Berlin Wall. Chad? To you and me. Da, 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 da. Hey, Tosh. How's it going? We can farm. We can, while we're waiting, we can farm. Yeah, I really do. How deep is your love? Damn, old people were cooking with this one. You guys are now, I've never played Hypixel. I don't know anything about Hypixel, but I do know I see videos of people in minecarts going back and forth and just right-clicking wheat. So this is your Hypixel experience, guys. I'm taking you along for the ride. Just listen to David Hasselhoff's cover and it's awful. Yo, whatever happened to Hightail? Is that still alive? Surely this is an excessive amount of crop. No. No. Not even close. Da 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 da. Hightail released a few months ago. Yeah, are people still playing that, or like I feel like I haven't heard anything about them. 54k active players and 160k daily players. Holy moly. I'm a marathon player, so those numbers are kind of impressive. All right, I'm saving this song, by the way. This shit slaps. How deep is your love? How deep you need to know? Do you like Marathon 9? I do. Wait a minute. Vin, have you been playing Marathon? Dude, I love Marathon. Me and my homies, we've done compiler like 6 to 8 times at this point. We love, dude, Vin, if you want to play Marathon, we should play Marathon. Not into extraction. Okay, you got me really excited there for no reason. I can't believe you just do that to me. That's fucked up. Guys, chat, do you see this binge rate guy? That's crazy. That's crazy. Yo, you like Marathon, bro? That's cool. I don't really like it. You only stream on Twitch or YouTube as well? I don't stream on YouTube, but I do post my VODs to YouTube, so. This is Metroid Prime Phendrana Drifts. My YouTube knows what I like. The only marathon I accept is running? Oh god. Dude, how slow is this? Oh my god. All right, 3 more gears, which means what is that? 12 more steel ingots, and we're ready. Yeah, Metroid OSTs are fantastic. Oh my gosh, Tosh. 5 tier 1 gift subs. Hello. Thank you, Tosh. They've gifted a total of 107 to the channel. Tosh has gotten over a chat. Can we give Toshionic a ridiculous shout out? Can we give him a 100 Tosh in chat? Because that is ridiculous. Tosh has been here since day one, to be fair. Dude, this shit just don't want to grow. We need like a specific role for Tosh. Although there was kind of some crazy whiplash from BGs to Metroid Prime Phendrana drifts. Maybe we gotta go get some like Bill Withers or something. I do like this song though. I'm curious, what's your plan for all the leather? I don't know. Like, have it? Not a great answer. While we're here, I guess we can trade for some more steel dust. Hazy brings that sunshine. Ooh. Done some thinking on your game idea? Let's go. I'll check that out after stream. So this is the method that I've been doing recently where I just take a villager and I bully him in a corner for all of his trades. I don't know how he keeps creating matter out of thin air, I guess he's like fusing the emeralds into different items through sheer willpower. Although I don't think fusion creates compounds like steel. And then you just go to the last craft and take one of them every time, and you'll see like some particles pop up, and that'll refresh most of the trades. Rosie brings that sunshine. He sells it on the internet. I found his Etsy. He just reaches through the screen. Ba, ba, ba. When Rosie comes to see me, and Are we almost there? I think we're at 8 out of 12, and then we can finally build this damn machine. No, we're 9 out of 12. Let's go. Almost there, chat. 3 more ingots. We are definitely decimating our diamond dust. The real question, chat, is should I include that entire section of me trying to get a damn battery buffer? I feel like I should, because that peck moment was really funny. I guess I'll just like breed out Plumbelia as I go. I think it sums up the experience nicely. Yeah. I forgot to vent it and I don't have a wrench. I don't care. Honor Donkey 2.0. That's true. That's true. Rip Donkey 2.0. And then we gotta play the song that was sampled this, obviously, which is the very famous Roses by Kanye. Almost there, almost there. Chat, 20%. And then we get our damn steam hearth. There we go. Please, please, please let this be the last thing I need to make. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Which gives me 3 more steel gears. And 2. That was just disrespectful. And then now we have the steel gearbox casing. We're good. We're good, right? That's got to be everything, right? There's no chance. All right, 6, 4, 4, 3. 6, 4, 4, 3. Let me sleep, and then we assemble. All right, chat. Oh, fuck, I'm gonna put away the emeralds first. One sec. Finally, after our very long journey, we have gotten everything we need to get this steam hearth going. So let's finally assemble this bad boy. This is a new multi-block in 2.9 that allows us to do all of our smelting needs. Finally. Do a little cross of the steel pipe casings. Do that. Steam hearth multi goes, or like the controller goes right there. Steel firebox over there. I'm so scared right now. Oh, the steam hatch goes here. which I'm just gonna do that, that, and then steel gearbox casing. Please, please form. Thank the Lord Almighty. And look at this. Look at this bad boy. Why is the structure incomplete? I'm so scared right now. We're good. Let's grab our steel pipes. How is my music balance? It seems a little loud in my ears. That's a little too quiet. Ooh, we probably need... Oh, there we go. Perfect, perfect. Let's go hook this up to our steam line so that way we can actually get it going. I'm gonna go here, 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 and point that directly into there. Our steam's filling up our steam hatch. Oh, I'm so excited to use this. So technically it has some modes. This blasting mode should be extremely quick. It should be 4 times faster and have 8 parallels than a normal machine. I want to try this on copper. So let me grab one of our many barrels of copper over there and chuck some in. That's right, the square hole. Wonder if I could just... No, that's not even more efficient. I'm just tweaking. Any particular reason for using looms as scaffolding? I like the look. It looks nice. That's literally it. All right, let's try this. I'm gonna get a stack of copper dust out here. I'm very curious. 3 per second is crazy. Holy moly. I wonder how much steam that's eating though, honestly. Probably far more than we can... 3,200 liters per second, which is actually only half of what we're making. Oh my god, this is amazing. Oh, life is so good. Chat. Thank you for joining me today on this journey. I think this is a fantastic place to end today. No battery buffer, sadly, but I will make sure to breed some plum shade crops for next stream, and we can fix that. Let's go check off everything on our checklist. We got our improved steam gen, our bigger RC boiler, our RC tank. The steam hearth is done. We redid our lines, but we did not get battery buffers. And next stream, it might be scrap box farming, but more likely we're going to be crafting our EBF parts. And I will see you guys then. So let's go find somebody to raid. Oh my god, that's fast. That's so good. I wanna say a quick thank you to everyone who joined me today. First of all, y'all, thank you for Vin and Kat for the raid, but also y'all just showed up and showed off, and like there's so many chatters today. It was just so lovely to keep up with all of you guys, and I really love that. So thank you for showing up today, just making my day just a little bit brighter. I had so much fun today. And with that said, let's go find somebody to raid. Do we know anyone that's online right now? Let's do GTNHers. Mr. Purple is on. I know Mr. Purple. Let's raid Mr. Purple. It's been a minute. And chat, while we raid, I will implore you to remind yourself, or I will remind you to be kind to yourself and others and do the best that you can. And I think that'll be enough. It's been enough for me so far, as long as you just keep doing it every day and showing as much love as you can. And that's all you got to do. I'll see you guys soon, chat. Peace.